Hisuian Typhlosion just won the Stuttgart Regional Championships. I don't know if I'm saying that right, so please don't judge. It's fine. Don't judge. It's okay. So, looking at this team, it looks a little strange, especially compared to other teams that were used in Regulation Age. Mostly because Hisuian Typhlosion was typically seen on like a kind of jump fluff core, but this one, obviously, there's no jump fluff here. I remember I think like Joe Ugarte was on some kind of sun for a majority of the format, but the thing with this team is you have the Whimsicott with Tailwind and Sunny Day and Encore. So, I mean, obviously, like, I guess we'll start at Moonblast. Moonblast is just your attack. Like, you don't want to have a Pokemon with no attack, typically. It's always nice to be able to chip things. Encore is great because it allows you to lock other Pokemon into things like Protect, which is huge. And then, obviously, the Sunny Day is to support the Typhlosion and Tailwind. So, the Tailwind comp might look a little bit weird because you have like slower Pokemon like Incineroar, Blood Moon, and Farigiraf. However, under Tailwind, Pokemon like Farigiraf and Blood Moon and Incin can actually be pretty fast, especially if you invest some speed into them. You can actually do something like Whimsicott Incineroar with like a maybe a more offensive Incineroar. Like even in Sun with Flare Blitz you can do damage, but you can like Tailwind and then you turn out into your Annihilape. Now, again, this Annihilape is not the most standard Annihilape the world has ever seen, that's for sure. Because it's safety goggles with Final Gambit and with no Protect. So a lot of Annihilape used to run like bulk up, like fast bulk up, but this one actually runs safety goggles because it doesn't really want to be redirected by the Amoonguss, which is like common on the kind of Kilowatt Roll Porygon 2 teams. So basically what you do is like you have like your taunt, you can disable Amoonguss, you have Final Gambit, but you can lead something like Whimsicott Annihilape and then Tailwind Final Gambit and kill something, and then bring in Typhlosion, click Sunny Day, Terrify Eruption, and just destroy stuff, mess stuff up. And, you know, maybe King Gambit could be a little threatening if you had Sucker Punch, but oh wait, Farigiraf, Armor Tail blocks it. And the Trick Room mode here is also a good option in case your opponent has Tailwind, because, as I was saying earlier, Pokemon like Incineroar, Blood Moon, Farigiraf, they're not the fastest Pokemon out there. They're actually quite slow. So just in case your opponent has Tailwind, that would be faster than your Pokemon, you can actually use your own Trick Room to kind of get around that and take advantage of like the lower speed tiers of these Pokemon. And like, yeah, sure, they could be fast, but like having that speed tier advantage is awesome, like having that speed control. If we look at LAIC, Hisuian Typhlosion actually won this too. Now, I'm pretty sure these are two back-to-back events, I want to say. Like, these events happened, like, LAIC here. The next weekend, it was... I don't think it was actually... I think it might have been a 2-week difference. It's not important. Basically, LAIC happened... Actually, we can check the dates on this. When was this? November 23rd? Yeah, so that was last weekend. Yeah, so it was a week between. So this is, like, back-to-back events. And Hisuian Typhlosion won this, too. So, if we look at this team, I actually think I have it in Showdown as well. Yeah. So, this team... actually functions relatively similar. These Pokemon being, like, pretty much the same. The difference is that the one that Luca used to win Stuttgart had the Farigiraf instead of the Flamigo. But this core of, like, Whimsicott, Incin, Typhlosion, Ursaluna under Tailwind... Wait, this has a Farigiraf too. Wait, am I stupid? What's the piece that's... Oh, it's Ape. It's Ape. It's Ape. I'm just stupid. That's... Oh my gosh, okay. It really just depends on what kind of support that you want, because obviously both of them are fighting types, like this is not new information, but this one, the Flamigo, has Feint and Wide Guard, which better helps against Pokemon that have like Protect. Now, Taunt can stop Protect, but Feint, you can like Feint to Protect and then like Terra Normal Blood Moon something, so there's like no getting around it. Whereas Taunt, if something's protecting, you can only stop the next Protect by taunting it. So that's an important difference to note. I think the Wide Guard is also interesting, because like obviously it gets good into like the Goldengo stuff, which might allow you to do something like a Flamigo or Saluna, where you can just like Feint, Terra Normal, Blood Moon, slower paced teams. Again, you have this Farigiraf with Tricker mode. This one is a Nightshade. It's level 50, so it's always doing 50 damage. Like it's just a consistent damage option, like especially when you're hitting a lot of things like Incin, which just normally Farigiraf does not do super well into, especially if you're only running Psychic. It has Helping Hand as well, so like this team seems very focused on just letting Ursaluna nuke stuff. The Whimsicott is very interesting. So I'm assuming with this Babri Berry, it allows you to survive and make your rain from Goldengo, if I had to guess. It would probably allow you to survive and make... I don't need the headphones. Oh. I just realized I don't need the headphones, so I can't hear anything anyways. Okay. So... the Babri Berry probably allows you to survive and make your rain from Goldengo. which is huge. It's huge because all of a sudden that allows you to like lead your Whimsicott with something like Incineroar, and especially like into the Kilowattrel teams, you can fake out their Incineroar, and then let their Golango click Make Rain if they want. And you'll just live it because of the berry. You can also probably live something like a Flash Cannon from Archaludon if you EV properly. So there's a lot of value that you can actually get out of that berry. Especially, do they have Sash on something else? Yeah, they have the Sash on Flamigo, so that makes sense. Like, Flamigo has historically always run Focus Sash, so I think if you're getting a lot of value out of that Babbery Berry, you don't really need the Focus Sash on Whimsicott, especially if you invest in bulk. This Typhlosion is nothing new. It's the same Typhlosion we've seen with the Choice Specs and the Blaze and the Terrifier, just to blow stuff up. So yeah, I mean, these two teams won back-to-back events, and it's pretty great. I do want to take a look at the meta for these two tournaments, look at other teams that did well. I think that it is kind of crazy that Typhlosion won 2 events back-to-back, especially when it has not really been doing too great all formats, so I just want to like look at it and see. Okay, so we got, obviously, Eric Rios using the Primarina, Como, Smeargle. This is Decorate Smeargle, along with Primarina. So, obviously, Primarina is a bulky Pokemon, especially when combined with really grassy terrain. You can really mess some stuff up, but especially with your own Decorate, you can decorate your own Primarina, which is like, you're killing a whole lot of stuff with that. Like, that is very strong. Plus you got the Como with Clanging Scales. A lot of them ran Clangorous Soul, and then they kind of dropped it recently for like Flamethrower with Throat Split. Oh, this one I just can't read. Okay, maybe the theme of the day is I can't read today. So yeah, why can't I highlight it? Okay, it's fine. And then you got the Grassy Seed, Unburdening, Flying Sneasler. This one, interestingly, actually runs Dire Claw instead of Swords Dance. I know a lot of them run Swords Dance, where it's like Close Combat, Acrobatic, Swords Dance, but this one actually helps for Dire Claw. Probably because you have that Decorate Smeargle, you don't really need that excess damage. Plus you have the Nasty Plot Goldengo. They're just a lot of really strong setup options, and all of these options don't need to be set up in order to work, so it gives you a lot of flexibility there. I saw this Gastrodon, and I just wanted to go over this Gastrodon. It has Whirlpool and Yawn, which is like, that is crazy. It's like a stall kind of Gastrodon with leftovers and Terra Normal, which I just think that's kind of awesome. You got the White Herb Sneasler, so if you're getting intimidated, you're activating your own Unburden, which like disincentivizes other Incineroar from intimidating you. And you have the Dragapult and Tyranitar. Now, Tyranitar has seen success somewhat in this format. I'm pretty sure it won a regional last year when it had Corviknight and Excadrill. But Dragapult, I don't think has really seen much success this format at all, so it's interesting to see it here in the top 4, especially with Gastrodon. That, like, this is just a crazy team. You have the Quiver Dance, Terra Fairy, Terra Blast, like, Heatwave Volk, like, these Volks are very strong. I used one a while ago. It's pretty great. Obviously, MDB, using this basic Goldengo, Moongus, Porygon, or Saloon, Incineroar, Kilowattrel. I love this team. Unfortunately, it's not very interesting, so we don't have to go over it. This is cool. Like, it's just the classic Charizard team. Like, this is kind of similar. Like, this is an advanced version of what Typhlosion was typically used on back when the format first began. I think it was like a Garchomp, Dragonite, like Jumpluff Typhlosion team that was running around that was having some success. But yeah, this is just like a standard Sun team. It's still doing well, has historically done well throughout the format. So I think that's awesome that it's still still valid. Then here we have this. This is Kilowattrel P2 Flamigo. This is a really interesting team. You don't have a Porygon 2, instead you have the Sinistcha. And instead of the Amoonguss, you have the Flamigo. So basically, this team just looks to me to be a more offensive version of the Kilowattrel team. Like, obviously, Porygon 2 can do some damage, but Amoonguss is not very helpful for damage. But having this Sinistcha allows you to heal your Pokemon, but it also has the Calm Mind as well, so it gives you a more defensive setup option opposed to just Goldengo. Plus, you have the Flamigo, which is Choice Scarf and Scrappy and Ghost. So this thing is going to be outspeeding a lot, doing a lot of damage, hitting things relatively hard, which I think is cool. So, switching over to LAIC here, I mean, like, this is just, Dusclops Venusaur is just insane. This is actually the Typhlosion team that I was talking about. I actually didn't know it was in the top 8, but this is what it was. I'm pretty sure this was a Terra Fire King Gambit back in the day, but the idea is you can lead, like, Garchomp Torkoal and, like, Helping Hand Earthquake, like, Terra the Torkoal, and, like, just be immune to your own Earthquake, or you can lead, like, the Dragonite or the Jumpluff. Like, there's just so much options you can do with this team. You could force a lot of situations where, like, you're in control of the board. The weakness of it is obviously there's rain and, like, snow running around now, so the team is maybe a little bit less consistent than a lot of people would have liked it to be because of how much other weather is running around. It just makes it, like, kind of difficult to actually use the team effectively. But here we go. It's in like top 8 of an international, so someone's doing something right. I saw a Gotti on this team. I never actually looked at this team, but this is a dual weather Polytoad Ninetales team. So this is on-court disable Ninetales, so it kind of functions like Screamtail did in Reg G, where you on-court disable things just be a huge nuisance on the board. Then you have the Polytoad with Weather Ball and Perish Song. Perish Song is a great win condition. Like, I know a lot of people hear Perish Song and go, oh, Perish Trap, but there's actually more to it than that. You can use it in an endgame where you have 3 Pokemon that they have 2, and you can just like Protect Cycle, you guarantee the win. You can also use it to hit Dondozo, which is huge, because I think Dondozo also did relatively well. Yeah, Kylan did well with it, so good job for him. But Dondozo is something that people actually have to consider going into this event. So, yeah, I mean, like, apart from that, things look relatively standard, but it's kind of insane how much Typhlosion there is compared to earlier events in the format. But yeah, I think that's it for now. Typhlosion is crazy good. In Regulation H. Regulation H is over as of tomorrow. So tomorrow we'll start going into some Regulation F stuff. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys enjoyed Regulation H. And I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.